So the last name was Perez, right? Good morning, Mr. Perez.
Good morning.
How's jail?
No. Not real good.
You know, the only thing that we want is we want our public safe. We want our streets to be safe. We want our citizens to be safe. And when you become a public danger, we have only one place for you. And the problem that I have here, Mr. Perez, is since 22, you have picked up an assault of a family member. You've picked up a second assault of a family member. So that was a felony. You picked up a felony theft in, I guess, August of this year. And now, a month later, you picked up a DWI. So in the short span of about a year and a half, you've picked up 4 different cases, 2 of those being felonies. You are now sitting in custody. Your bond is set at $1,000, where literally it would only take $150 for someone to pony up to get you out. And you have no one to pay that money.
Judge, if I may.
Please.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Perez, he's been living in the United States since 2009. He's been living in Houston, Texas since 2018. He's got a 6-year-old daughter here in the U.S. He was living with his daughter and his wife. His wife has also been living in Houston since 2018. He works in construction. He earns $1,000 every 15 days. He works for a contractor named Carlos Mendoza. He's been working for him for 3 years. I talked to the state about an offer in this case. The state was requesting a reset because they're waiting on BWC, they're waiting on a RIP and station video.
Everything.
Pretty much everything. And I mean, the one thing I will say is that he does have support on the outside. There was some issues about whether he had a hold or not. We have confirmed with the clerk that he does not have a hold.
Solid. So the hold was lifted, huh? Do you see that as well?
But his wife had gone to a bonds company who basically said, this is too risky to do. And that's why we wanted to go with the personal bond. But he does have support on the outside.
Are you a citizen of the United States, Mr. Perez? I'm Do you?
Yes, I'm looking at it.
I spoke with the clerk earlier who said there was a hold from
I
June.
show it was lifted 6/16/23. Oh, 23.
Yes, sir. I see an ice hold currently on our end as well. Placed on September 15th.
I was looking at it. This must have been for the prior cases that the hold was lifted. But counsel. You can come out. Don't be shy.
I'm new here.
It's okay. Thank you. I mean, she'll show you here that's. We were looking at a prior case, and in the prior case, the hold was lifted. You have to understand, Mr. Perez, if you want to be in this country and you're not here with permission, you have to have a halo over your head. And when you continue to pick up criminal cases, this is what happens. You now have an immigration detainer. You're unable to get out. And as soon as we're done with this case, they will ship you off to immigration. I was seriously considering on giving you a PR bond. I was going to give you a ton of conditions, but at this point, there's nothing that we can do
Judge, if I may.
to.
I spoke to Mr. Perez, and even if there was because I told him there's a possibility of a hold, I saw it on the system. If there is a hold, that still doesn't disqualify from a personal
I
bond.
know, but I don't want him to get shipped off to immigration and then deported. And I see it happen all too often, and that I think that in and of itself, that if it were to happen, it would harm him even more.
Yes, Your Honor, but if I may, I mean, just speaking for, so I was an immigration lawyer. I just started criminal defense, so I'm brand new to this world. But I will tell you that even if we wait the 30 days, even if this case is eventually dismissed, best case scenario, he's still going to ICE custody. That hold is not going to get
Then
lifted.
we can't resolve this case. If he gets deported, he's gonna have an open warrant. And even if he tries to, like, if he were to dispose of this case, however he can now, right, and he gets back to his home country, at that point, he can petition or apply to get back here. If he ends up getting deported and we have to issue a warrant for his arrest, he'll never even try to come back in because it'll have that open warrant, and he'll never, ever be able to resolve it. So
Also qualify for an immigration bond if he goes to custody. So this would be one step out of two required to get him out of custody. I mean,
do this, speak with the family, see if they have the wherewithal to be able to post an immigration bond. Okay, if they do, then I'll give you the PR bond. But I'm telling you, he's going to be shipped off right to immigration. And in my opinion, I think that would end up hurting him more so, because when he gets shipped off, I issue a warrant, and that warrant's going to be out there for the rest of his life. He'll never come back. And he'll be unable to.
and then what would be just out of ignorance, what would be the basis for the warrant?
Because he's gone and we can't get him back.
So it'd be like a revocation of bond. It's not his fault, he's gone.
If you want to be in this country, behave yourself, because there's serious consequences. I don't want to give you a PR bond now, because if I do, it's very possible they ship you off to immigration. If that happens, I'm going to end up issuing a warrant for your arrest. I can't leave them on bond for the next 5 years. It's nonsensical. I can't do that. So speak with them, see if they have the ability to post an immigration bond, let them know it's going to be, $7,000, $10,000, and they'll have to pony it all up. If they can, then we can revisit.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Good morning, Mr. Steed.
Good morning.
You have a lawyer today.
No, sir.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I was trying to get one appointed to me.
I was trying to get more hair. Missed that boat a long time ago. Are you working?
Yes, sir. I just
What do
got
you
a
do?
job.
What are you doing?
Target.
Great. And how much money are you making a month?
I just started like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, like 2,500 around that mark. It's 15 an hour.
Great. Target's great. Their benefits are fantastic. It's a good company. So where are you living now?
Los Angeles. I don't live here. Yeah, I had to come out here just for this. I don't live here no more. I literally moved in like June.
So you're living in LA now?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily, but I need you to fill an application for me. I need to know everything about you. Don't just put zeros, because I'm going to send it back to you. All right, I'll have you fill it out and then I'll take a look. Ms. Oko,
Yes, I'm here.
who do we have here?
Naomi Burnett.
Burnett. Hi, Ms. Burnett.
Hello.
Okay, so it looks like you're wanted somewhere. I don't know where.
One out of Rutherford County, Tennessee. Warrant was issued out on September 9, 2024. For 3 charges: theft of property, $60,000 to $250,000, and identity theft of at least 10 counts, and a fraudulent use of a
Oh.
$60,000 to $250,000. I will
Whoa.
obviously be opposed to a bond. She already waived November 20th.
Does she have an open local as well?
No, Judge.
Why did it get reset so much?
I do not know. Well, it's carried
Oh,
over.
it's carried. Okay. Ms. Oko,
Sure. So Ms. Burnett just told me that she's a victim of identity theft. So she's believing that this is just stemming up from someone else using her identity to do different things that she has no, and she did write a report on this, I believe, a few weeks before this charge came down on her.
so you're telling me that the felony capias and the $60,000 to $250,000 theft of property and the 10-count identity theft, the fraudulent use of a debit card of 60,000 to 250,000, all that was someone else?
Yes, Judge, that's what I'm being told. Ms. Burnett, go ahead.
Yes, so last year I already filed a police report against Cash's bond. He stole my social security number and he used it to open up an electricity bill in my name. And I also have other charges against him regarding burglary of an habitation. He broke into my house and stole my phone and he stole money from me. And he also put his hands on me. So I'm guessing these charges are from him. I've never been to Tennessee before in my life.
How do we verify that?
I've never been to Tennessee.
No, well, I mean, the problem is that, you know, a lot of people tell me something, right, when in fact the sky's blue instead of purple. People come in here, tell me, yeah, the sky's purple. Man, this pig was blue. And what? Pigs are pink. Yeah, man, this pig was blue. You got to believe it.
I have proof of being in Houston on those dates, whatever dates they're saying.
Okay, so I guess, I mean, I could have you get with the lawyer somehow, you guys. I mean, we've given you a lawyer. She's here to help you out in whatever manner that they can. I would suggest that you guys get together to figure out how. That's a lot of baggage. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I was
you know,
working with the assistant district attorney. We were pressing charges on him. So I didn't know he was out of jail. He was supposed to be in jail still.
I mean, I guess I can have you guys talk about it. You've already waived, right?
Yes, Judge.
Do you know if Tennessee's going to come get her?
As far as I know, they are, unless they tell me different from 5 days ago, but
So
the waiver was sent on the day she signed with the magistrate, so they would have told me.
you basically have 9 days left.
With the nature of the offenses, they can be done remotely because their identity, the very nature of the offense is that they could be done remotely. And if it was similar to conversion for the theft of property, they could have occurred from here, but the impact in Tennessee.
And here's the deal. We give the other jurisdiction 14 days to come get you. You've already been sitting in there and you waived already. So they only have 9 days to come and get you. If they don't come within that time, Harris County releases you. So, but I'll tell you, even if Harris County releases you, that warrant is always going to remain out there until you go back to Tennessee and try to take care of it one way or the other.
I don't mind going to Tennessee. I have transportation. I just don't want to remain in custody.
I know, no one does, right? But
And I was told there was some type of video, so I don't see how it could be electronically done.
Also, it is worth noting that I never.
we don't know. We're speculating. We don't know.
The
how.
judge told me when I went to court on Wednesday night.
What was on video?
They said they have a video of me and Cash's bond in Tennessee.
Just give me a second, Jake. Okay, I don't get access to any of that. Right here, all we were worried about is identity. Are you Naomi Burnett? And if you are, we establish the identity, that the charges are proper. If so, how do we go forward? A lot of times we let someone bond out if the person is not a danger, right? And we know that they're going to go back. But we don't know much about you, you know.
I have no criminal record. I have a degree, a bachelor's degree.
But
So if it's a matter of verifying the identity, if she's contesting identity, then she can withdraw the waiver and we can go for a governor's warrant. Or
no, I don't think she's contesting identity. She wants a bond, is what she
So like I
wants.
said, with the amount in the offense, with 250,000 on both theft of property and fraudulent use of credit card, and the fact that it's 10, which would be a third degree or second degree felony here, is that I'd be opposed with the sheer amount that is being alleged.
Yeah, one of the other things is that the higher level of charges, the more unlikely it is that we're going to give a bond, because the higher likelihood a person has of taking flight and not going back. So I don't know at this time whether I'm comfortable in setting you a bond. Okay. I don't know what connections you have here. I don't know what connections you have there. And the last thing I want to do is lose you, because that's a lot of stuff to answer to. And we want to make sure that, you know, whoever it is that has those charges is able to answer up to those charges. So,
I also say that I already have a lawyer ready in Tennessee.
so what we can do here, what we can do is I can have you talk with Ms. Oko, figure out if there's some way that you can show that it's someone else, right? And if so, then we can talk more. Okay,
Okay.
but understand that I can't just take your word for it, you know?
Understand?
Okay, so
Even if I
let
have
me,
police reports on him for already stealing my identity.
I'll let you talk with Ms. Oko, see what you can formulate, craft some kind of plan so that they're satisfied and I'm satisfied, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it's not a no. I mean, it's an uphill battle, but it's not a definite no at this point. Okay.
Understand?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Shitsum. And, you know, just give me a heads up